He fled chaos, a child of the Chinese Cultural Revolution where ideology shattered truth and hope was a luxury. He sought refuge not in faith but in something he could control, pure, unyielding science. Dr. Ming Wang, Harvard, MIT, a laser physicist, an eye surgeon, a titan of medicine. He believed in evidence, in logic, in sight above all else. His hands, his mind, could perform miracles. But what happens when the miracle needs more than just science? What happens when the truth you can't see is the only one that matters? This is the story of a man who built his entire world on what he could prove, only to have it shattered by a single, impossible patient. By the end of this, you'll question everything you think you know about healing. His early life forged his resolve. The brutal suppression of universities, the forced re-education. To survive, to escape, he mastered the erhu. He danced ballet, all to appease a regime that denied him his dream of medicine. But it instilled in him an unshakable belief. Hard work and scientific knowledge were the only reliable truths. And he excelled, beyond measure, inventing groundbreaking technologies like the amniotic membrane contact lens, restoring sight to millions. He became a legend, but even legends have their limits. And his came in the form of a young blind orphan from India, Kajal. Her eyes were destroyed, not by disease but by an act of unimaginable cruelty. Sulfuric acid poured directly onto her face. Her corneas were a landscape of impenetrable scar tissue. Every leading expert, every colleague, every scan confirmed it. Irreversible. Impossible. But Dr. Wang saw more than just scarred eyes. He saw echoes of his own past helplessness, the chaos he had fled. This wasn't just a patient, this was his ultimate test, a challenge to his scientific omnipotence. He became obsessed. Weeks turned into months of tireless research, failed surgeries, desperate attempts. Each failure a blow not just to Kajal, but to the very foundation of his identity. He failed, repeatedly, systematically. The man who had built a career on seeing was now blind to a solution. His science, his Harvard degrees, his MIT PhD, they were useless. He had exhausted every known procedure, every theory, every ounce of his genius, and Kajal remained in darkness. This wasn't just a medical failure. This was a spiritual collapse, the impenetrable wall. The moment he was forced to confront the terrifying truth, science alone had its limits. His entire worldview, his very purpose, crumbled. The abyss stared back. In that void, a colleague invited him to church. A staunch atheist, he scoffed. How could unseen beliefs answer the unseeable problems science couldn't touch? But in his despair, he went, and he listened. He found not instant answers, but a different kind of truth. A way to process suffering, to understand purpose beyond empirical proof. He found faith, not as a replacement for science, but as its profound complementary partner. He realized he didn't have to solve everything. He could find peace. And then, the breakthrough. Not from a new laser, but from a new perspective. He looked at his existing amniotic membrane technology, something he'd pioneered, and saw it with fresh eyes. What if he combined it with something radical, unproven? Stem cells. A combination no one had dared. A leap of faith in the face of scientific doubt. A pioneering, innovative surgery. And it worked. Kajal saw, not just light, but the faces of those who loved her. His faith didn't provide an instant medical solution, but it transformed his mind to find one. It unlocked a creative courage that his atheism had constrained. Dr. Ming Wang didn't just restore a girl's physical sight, he gained spiritual sight, and he proved that the greatest miracles often happen when science humbles itself and allows for the unseen. Dr. Wang's story challenges us all. Where in your own life have you reached the limits of what you can see, what you can prove? What impossible problems are you facing that perhaps require a different kind of vision? Share your experiences, your own moments of clarity when the unseen became clear in the comments below. Let's explore the intersections of science and faith and what truly allows us to see